I saw the whole thing.
What?
16 was a very difficult age for me. My hormones were racing, my body was blossoming. I had urges and yearnings so strong. Sometimes I'd wake up in the middle of the night just sweating and screaming and clawing like a trapped panther, unable to release.
Oh, how are you going to do it? Force me to eat your baked ziti?
Take that back.
I will not.
May the hair on your lip grow in the opposite direction and get tangled and the hair come down from your nose.
May you take a diuretic and not be able to get your pantyhose off. Hey, what's going on?
This was for you, but it's so cute. Now it's for me. This is for you.
Edible panties. Oh, what a lovely sentiment. Thank you.
You really like them?
Oh, like them. I love them. In fact, I may have the waistband with a...
Just doesn't like her.
Thank you, Rose. Incidentally, you look fat.
Well, I say the time for subtlety has passed. If you want this man, go after him.
You might be dying. You were the one who was sensitive and vulnerable.
Blanche is right. At the counseling center, I see cases like this all the time. When people lose loved ones, they sometimes do things they'd never normally do. Take Mrs. Pulaski. When her mother died, she divorced her husband, lost 30 pounds, died.
Tell Rose goodbye for me, will
Have
you?
a wonderful time. And listen, don't forget to moan. Helps keep a man focused.
Oh, God.
Just like that.
Now, Ma, you're going to do what Blanche tells you.
Yeah.
You're not going to give her any trouble.
No.
You're going to be Blanche's little helper.
You can't be serious. We've had great times here.
We have had great times here. You've just had free food.
That is not true. We've had 1,000,000 laughs under this roof. Do you remember the time I came over? Dorothy, I know it's been a while, but try and control yourself. I need some rest.
Dorothy, I gotta talk to you. I owe you a big apology.
For what, Ma?
For what I said before, you know, about you not knowing a thing about plumbing. Dorothy, you're a genius.
Ma, wait a minute. What are you talking about?
I walk into the living room, and there's a toilet in front of the television set. It's an old lady's dream come true.
That could be an appetizer.
Well, this is good. This is all food that would have spoiled.
I am so glad that my date with Barry is tomorrow. The fat won't have time to show.
It won't?
No, it always takes a few days before it shows.
Where does it go in the meantime?
What was the point, Rose?
I guess after the baby came, they needed more room. The point of the story. Well, gradually they were able to make friends, and they ended up the most popular family in town.
But only because they went out and met.
I make them myself.
And it's the perfect color for Stan.
Oh, Dorothy, you crossed your legs. You lose another sticker.
Rose, these games of yours are absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I can't think of anyone with enough control to...
You're seeing Glenn? I don't want to hear about it.
Well, I don't want to talk about it. Good night.
Good night.
What are you doing up so late?
I was hungry. I was making myself a sandwich. Do you want one?
No, thanks. We went out to dinner.
Oh, that's to the wedding, and Pussycat, they need me.
Ma, I need you.
No, you need to be married now. Alone. Frankly, I think I was in the way the first time.
Oh, no, you weren't. Yes, you were.
Dorothy, it's time to leave the nest, and I think I've given you the
Keep forgetting Dad.
This is horrible. As Big Daddy used to say, I'm feeling lower than the rent on a burning building.
That's funny. I used to live in a burning building. And it was cheap. Was Charlie's in my first...
Oh, my God, what's happened? Is he all right?
He'll be okay. I just hate seeing him like this.
Oh, are you a relative?
I'm his wife.
His wife? He took positive direction.
That is a very good point. I mean, she might be totally devastated. So no matter how bad the news, let's just smile and show her that we believe in her.
Guess what? No! I got the job! I embody the values of truth and honesty for which the award stands.
What happened to Emma Immerhofer?
She was disqualified when they found a skeleton in her closet.
What was it?
Mr. Immerhofer.
This thing isn't solid gold, is it?
Oh, no, you just peel off the gold foil and it's...
Think of it, it wasn't a string, it was a piano wire. Actually, it wasn't your finger, it was your neck. Anyway, it was very popular. In fact, piano wire was our village's second biggest export. You know what our biggest export was?
No.
Too bad, I don't remember either.
I mean, hardware stores are alive with sexual energy. Tools, plugs, sockets, nude furniture, dirty stuff like that.
Why are you home so early?
Well, I saw a very attractive man in power tools. I piqued his interest with the usual hardware quest. Shape up.
a lake.
I think we'll just sit here.
I'll go with you, Rose. I'm a sucker for natural beauty. And a gin and tonic. Let's find the bar, Carl.
Blanche, I'm glad we're alone. There's something I think we should do.
Dorothy, I like you as a friend, but I think I'll pass. Come on.
Why didn't you tell me it was Father Leahy?
Well, I assumed you knew.
No, I didn't. I mean, frankly, I'm a little embarrassed.
Yeah, well, me too. Well, what difference does it make? We can
Do your laundry, entertain you. In fact, it's terrific, but that's not why I wanted to stay. It's just a bonus. I wanted to stay because I'm happiest being with the people I love.
Miss Stanley. Stanley, you know, in all the years that we've been together, I don't think you ever...
Way to make some fast money for us. And all you have to do is lie on your back.
I'd say you're about 50 years too late on that one.
I'm talking about a lawsuit. If we can show that you're severely injured, we can sue the ball club and the ballpark for a lot of money.
I'm not severely in.
Oh, Blanche, what if she dies?
She's a tough lady, Dorothy. If anyone's a survivor, she is.
If she dies, I'll be an orphan. Can you believe it? I'm over 50 years old and I'll still feel like an orphan.
I know.
I've always been there when we've needed each other. Now look, this is important to Rose, and I think we need to stand behind her. I mean, you're taking away a part of her home. Granted, it's the cradle of idiocy.
I have a frog bear, tantalizingly, just out of reach.
Let me guess, St. Olaf County Jail.
And Delhi.
Look, we have to do everything we can to help Ma. Now, the three of us have got to put our heads together and try to figure out for certain how that fire got started.
You're so right, Dorothy, and we...
See, would take you out on holidays?
That wasn't my dream.
Oh, yeah, right. That was my life.
Ma, please, for the 100th time, Shady Pines was a beautiful retirement village.
Sure, sure. And Attica's known for its top-notch tennis facilities.
That is one of the stupidest stories I've ever heard. Which proves my first impression of you was right.
Blanche, I have an idea. Why don't we invite Barbara Thorndike over for dinner and give her another chance?
Sure, why not? If it makes Dorothy happy. Come on, let's go to the movie. I don't know.
Honey, I don't understand. If you and the kids hit it off, then what's the problem?
Well, I hardly ever see Richard. Today was the third time this week he's had a last-minute meeting, and I had to spend the day with the kids.
He's a busy man.
Too busy. Even little Richard came up to me and said, "Now, don't worry, this happens all the time." You're angry.
I am not.
Yes, you are. I can tell. When you're really angry, you purse your little lips so tight they almost disappear. See?
Have her lips come out yet?
A Picasso with mozzarella. A Rembrandt with tomato sauce.
I thought it needed more salt.
And garlic. It's a little flat.
Oh, wow! Look at this! Boy, the place is really coming along.
Oh, I'll say it is.
I have to give you two credit. It looks like help Blanche with the hors d'oeuvres.
What time's the birthday girl getting here?
I told Roberta to be here at 2 o'clock.
You think she suspects anything?
Please, the woman is 88. She still tries to find gun smoke on Sunday nights.
Dorothy, why don't you get the cake and we'll take all these things into the living room?
Good idea.
Where's she going?
I don't think she said.
Where's who going?
Well, I guess I'll go read in bed.
Oh, no, things overpriced. I don't know why Frank Sinatra sings about it. New Yorkers are all sickos.
We could go to Hollywood. Sure, good choice. No sickos there.
Sophia, honey, please. We're trying to make a very difficult decision here.
Oh, excuse me, not...
She doesn't ask any questions.
Blanche, I think I've heard just about enough. I don't want to hear another word.
All right. Have it your way.
We have to get to the photographer now.
And so, are there any questions?
Yeah. What does Joe have to say about all this?
I was spending a lot of time talking about jokes and how funny the series was and still is. But what really distinguished our cast and our writing, as much as the jokes and being funny.
Hey, we're all artists. We're all misunderstood. He cut off his hair. Maybe I'll cut off.
He cut off his ear.
I have too many earrings.
We gotta go. I hate to leave. I've never seen a show like this before.
This is why I didn't tell you about this in the first place. You are always criticizing me. You are always judging me. You are always telling me what to do. Well, this time I'm going to do what feels right for me, and there's nothing you can say that'll make me feel guilty about it.
Boy, I wish I'd married Bing Crosby when I had the chance. That was the big joke. How would you like to go to college?
Now, where's my patient?
Don't you mean victim?
Now, look, Sophia, I know you didn't like it at Shady Pines. Nobody did after their families dumped them there.
Ma, if anything goes wrong, we stop.
Relax. There are some things you never forget. Driving a car is like making love. In both cases, a mirror makes objects appear larger than they really are.
Oh, Dorothy, I'm just so angry. Floyd McCallum just...
Phil Charmer, you know that?
Oh, you lady die. Come on.
Do me a favor, join the bomb squad. Oh, God, I'm crazy nuts about this guy.
Even entertain the notion that he's slipping away because he's homesick for this godforsaken place. What's going on?
I think he recognizes the picture of Uncle Hinkelblatter's farm.
Oh, my God! Then he is homesick! I'm a murderer!
Hi, Sophia.
Rose, I was just telling Sophia what a wonderful day we had.
Wonderful, my foot. Blanche, you saw that dolphin all tangled up in that tuna boat's net. Thousands of them die that way each year. We have to do something.
You are absolutely right. From this moment...
He really doesn't want to do.
Well, so what? Maybe you were responsible, but it got him up off his duff. What's wrong with that?
Absolutely the best thing for him. And the best thing for you, Rose. Listen, have you even considered taking him up on his offer?
Oh, no, I couldn't. I have responsibility.
Rose, haven't you ever done anything to...
I embody the values of truth and honesty for which the award stands.
What happened to Emma Immerhofer?
She was disqualified when they found a skeleton in her closet.
What was it?
Mr. Immerhofer.
This thing isn't solid gold, is it?
Oh, no, you just peel off the gold foil and it's...
The one in Jacksonville, they used to come to our dances. Why are you going there?
Murder.
You're gonna meet some great gals.
So that's where it ends? Well, that's neat, isn't it? You walk in here, borrow my friends for a while, and then start acting like a stupid jerk and waltz right out as if nothing ever happened.
Do you want an apology?
I want an explanation. Holly, I can't figure you out. You're smart.
Oh, come on, this is ridiculous. They aren't here anymore. Let's go check our rooms.
Oh, I just thank God they didn't take my Chinese vase. Oh, I'm gonna check the kitchen.
Wait, don't leave me. What'll I do if they come back?
Show them your slides of Hawaii.
Again.
I told you when he calls, take the message and throw it out. I'm back to my old self. Blanche Devereaux has returned.
Oh boy, strike up the gland.
How rude. You think she'd feel sorry for me?
To tell you the truth, I don't feel sorry for you either. I pointed out that a frown is just a smile turned upside down. So from then on, whenever I go by, she'd stand on her head and wave.
What's to talk about? Your mother's a stubborn old goat who apparently pays $1.50 to have her hair done.
What is going on between you two?
I don't want to talk about it.
Now look, I have spent weeks working on this surprise only to have it blow up in my face. Now don't you think that I at least...
I love your lasagna.
Oh, you're just saying that to make me feel better.
Is it working?
Like a charm. More than life itself. One day, he decides to try somebody else's cupcakes. For lack of a better example, let's say my cupcakes. And I, in a mad, passionate moment, forget myself and let her in New York. Maybe you'll take it to him,
Nah, I think I'll mail it. That way, I'll always picture him right here on the boardwalk. Hey, someone's sitting there.
Well, yes, we have. It's in our box.
Shut up, Rose. I'm sorry you wasted a whole trip out here, but we're not handing out free gifts today. Why don't you drop by again in another 30 years or so, and we'll see what we can do.
They grow up so quickly, don't they?
Okay, worse, you won't be barren. And you know what else, Goldfine? That sandwich I gave you yesterday, it was ham.
Yeah, what is it?
Gladys wants to take a man to Tony Bennett in my place.
Oh, Sophia, calm down, honey. It's all right if you want to drop your girlfriend because a man has...
Nance?
Welcome home, soldier.
As it turned out, Stan's mother wasn't so bad after all.
Please, the woman wasn't human. I think she ate mice. Hello?
Charlie! Hey, everyone, it's Charlie Jr. So I did. the sheriff died. Arnie's fine. We had a wonderful time. Everything's terrific. I was only joking.
And you have no training.
Let's face it, Rose, you're not exactly Mary Lou Retton. Honey, we know it's not easy, but you've got to get out there and try.
I have tried. I just haven't told you. I've had dozens of job interviews since the center closed. No one wants me. I can't afford not to work. I
Just wheel these to your room.
Oh, thank you.
No, thank you.
Hi, Sophia.
Sam, how are you doing?
I'm feeling real good today.
I know, your strength's coming back. You wheeled yourself all the way down the hall.
Excuse me.
Well, Blanche, what do you think?
Sophia, what have you done?
Save my pocket little Sicilian behind, that's what. When Dreyfus didn't come home again this morning, I went to the pet shop and got a duplicate. Amazing, isn't it?
Every bit as lovely as the picture Charlie used to carry. See you tomorrow.
What a sweet man.
Absolutely charming, and he obviously idolized your Charlie.
And more importantly, he wasn't wearing a wedding ring.
Oh, Blanche, don't be silly. I would have died if I'd ever caught my parents having sex.
But you never walked in on them?
Once, but they were only playing leapfrog. Because Blanche is going to sell the house and we can't live together?
No, I'm upset because Joe Piscopo didn't get the lead role in Rain Man. Oh, of course I'm upset about the house. Ma, it's 2 a.m. Where have you been?
I stuffed pillows under the sheets so I could fool you during bed check. What is that?
I went out to the garage to feed her and her cage was empty. Where could she be?
Doc says you got to take a little ride out to the sun deck.
Great. Who wants to drive?
I'll do it. It's nice not to be a passenger in one of these things for a change.
I want you to tell me the whole story all over again from the beginning.
From the beginning.
Yeah, from the time that you left when you were walking across the...
Dorothy. On
Good
ahead.
night. Set it up again, Rose. Rose, honey, how about a piece of bundt cake, huh?
Oh, no, thanks.
I'll try some, Dorothy.
Try some, right, like it's some big experiment, like you got no idea what it tastes like.
Missed it when I was grounded for catching a smoke in the boys' John.
Dorothy, we're shafted.
Do you think you could have the bike by this weekend?
Listen, Daisy, I don't like being intimidated, I do not like being threatened, and frankly, kid, I don't like you, and I am not going to the minute I see him.
Well, he's right here. We can... Where'd he go?
Mr. Terrific's out on the ledge. Looks like he's about to jump.
Hey, where's everybody going? We've got a show to do. You're on.
I'm on in 5, 4, 3.
I wanna be loved by you alone. But kissed by you, just you and nobody else.
Next day, she sat me down, gave me a stern lecture, and kicked me out of school. Only I didn't care. I knew what ecstasy was. All she could do was walk around with a dictionary on her head. All right, look, maybe you don't feel like talking to me or to each other, but at least talk to your children. Tell them.
Dorothy, I gotta talk to you. I owe you a big apology.
For what, Ma?
For what I said before, you know, about you not knowing a thing about plumbing. Dorothy, you're a genius.
Ma, wait a minute, what are you talking about?
I walk into the living room, And there's a toilet in front of the television set. It's an old lady's dream come true.
See another woman?
Are you sure?
Yes. We used to see each other constantly. Now I'm lucky to see him twice a week. If he's not seeing another woman, what else could he be doing?
Maybe he paints like Red Skelton.
Rose, would you please hand me my grade book?
Sure.
Thank you.
Stocks and bonds. Hey, this is found money. This is fun money. This is hot beaches and sweaty men money. This is get naked and roll around on the ground money.
Even your money has more fun than I do.
Does this mean you'll go to the masquerade ball?
Yes, and I'll tell you something. After all the practice I have had lately, I'd be honored to be the horses behind.
A while to warm up, but once I get going, I can turn your topsoil till the cows come home.
Rose, please.
Want to see some Polaroids of me in my tennis skirt?
Look, Rose, I'm flattered, and please, no offense, but you're just not my type.
But Blanche was.
You're kidding! Please, there's a natural build to these kind of stories. Sorry. So, finally, the race was underway. I start off slow. I'm cagey, like a panther. But when the time is right, I pounce. The crowd is on its feet. Sophia! Sophia!
Go to a hypnotist. Change your hair color. My wife became a blonde. She's a new woman.
Yes, room service? Hello, this is Rose Nyland, and I'm staying here in your lovely hotel. Well, I think you mustn't rush into anything, Blanche. You hardly know him.
I just wonder what my husband George would think about me and Harry.
Well, if he was alive, he probably would not like it. But since he's dead, I don't think it poses a problem.
Well, I just want him to know that I'm happy, but that I could never be.
Bringing the boys over, Dreyfus. I just love it when Dreyfus brings the puppies over to play. I really think...
But it all backfired in my face, because the next day, all the good-looking men in the village followed her. That's how I ended up with your father. Boy, talk about learning a lesson the hard way.
Hi, girls.
Blanche, how you feeling?
Much better.
Rose! Don't talk to me. Don't try to cheer me up. Just leave me alone. I am angry, and I'm going to stay angry. Stop it. Dorothy, it just doesn't make sense. Why was Chuck...
What in the world is that?
Herring pie. The surprise is you think it's pie, like an apple, you know, but when you bite into it, it's herring. What fun! It came on the screen. I stood up and yelled, "My God, that's my father! That's him!"
Rose, honey, you don't still actually believe that? Me as her partner, and then the two of you sign up together.
I did it. Dorothy's a better bowler than you are, and I want to win this year.
Rose, how could you do a thing like this?
I admit it. I have a problem. I'm too competitive when it comes to athletics.
That's exactly what she said when that shoe salesman took Polaroids of her in the back seat of his Volare.
Good morning, Ma.
Good morning, Pussy.
Is back in the cave.
I could vomit just looking at you.
That must be Angelo. You two go out the back. He can't see you here. Okay. Go ahead, go. Angelo!
Sophia!
Making lasagna al forno is like crossing a river. If you roll up your pants, don't be surprised if you find clams nipping at your heels. What'd she mean by that? How the hell should I know? She was a hopeless alcoholic. Here, have a taste.
Ooh. Hi, girls. Tell me, how did the audition for the...
Why did this have to happen to me? Broke and homeless on Christmas. Why me?
Why you? Why them? Look around you. You're not exactly alone. This is probably the only Christmas these kids are going to have. Think about that for a while. It might take your mind off your own self-pity. I've got to go back to work.
Blanche. All right, wait. Hello, fire department. This is Blanche Devereaux at 5161 Rich... Oh, well, of course you know where it is. Hi, Ed. I'm on fire. Why, you naughty boy.
Blanche.
I'll bet that's two very eccentric old ladies who used to bathe together and floss each other's teeth. I kicked them out one morning, and that very afternoon went down to the supermarket to advertise for new ones. That was when I first met Rose. For needy, sexy people.
I just heard on TV the airports are closed. There's a big hurricane headed this way. They want everyone to stay just where they are.
That means that we could be trapped together for days.
Oh, Jesus.
Look! Mr. Feinbaum's totally naked in his bedroom window.
That is the third time we caught you cheating. Ma, you're out of the game.
Hey, give me a break. When you're 80, you're allowed to cheat, just like you're allowed to take money out of your daughter's purse. Whoops. Was that the phone?
Sophia, I have some confessions to make to you. I was never a big shot gangster. I was never a big shot nothing. All I was is an assistant cook at the Chowder House in Bayonne, New Jersey. Not the kind of a fellow that you used to going around with. I didn't want...
Who Cal's story. That is a why in the hell telling the first place story.
Blanche,
I'm sorry, but it's just that I actually went through a very rebellious stage as a teenager. I know how difficult it can be.
Well, what did you do that was so rebellious?
When I was 15, I dropped out of school for a month to become a magician's assistant. When I was 16...
Expensive restaurant, and I went to the powder room, and when I returned to the table, there was an open bottle of Dom Perignon and 2 filled glasses. And we clinked the glasses in a toast, and Stan gave me a coy smile, and I winked at him, and then I just... What do you mean you're not calling the police? The man just told you we robbed a bank.
He also told me he had a very good reason. He did it for love.
Gee, the most any man is at the rally.
Oh, no, Rose.
Oh, yeah, Doc? Oh, do. Oh, get out of yourself. It's for a noble cause. Or are you so self-centered that you'd rather wallow in self-pity?
You're right. I'll do it.
Oh, good. Rose Dorothy's taking my place.
Just a little depressed.
Really? You know, I'm depressed, too. What are you depressed about?
Alvin and I had a fight. I'm making a scarf for a friend I don't have anymore.
I know exactly how you feel. I made these for Fernando.
I thought you broke up with that. Well,
no.
Look out behind you. Hey, you gotta make your own fun around here.
Honey, what's making you so tense?
It's my job. It's all the pressure.
Honey, what's the big deal? You're just working for a Consumer Reporter. You're not actually on TV a sale.
Well, it is a big deal.
Do you think you can find out why I was left on this elevator?
You were just left here? What's your name?
Read it yourself. Right here on the bracelet.
Zulu, Queen of the Dwarf People.
Petrillo's the name. Sophia Petrillo. Can you get...
Coffee shop. Oh, I got there 5 minutes early and caught him necking with a waitress.
Oh, well, that must have made it easier.
No, I still could not do it.
Dorothy, how long had you been together with this guy?
38 years.
That was Stan?
And you know, to this day... Ma, come on, if it's licensed by the state, your friend will be just fine there.
You don't understand. It's where people wind up when they can't afford a place like Shady Pines. It's the bottom of the barrel. I have to see if Lillian is okay.
Well, wait, Ma, wait. If it'll make you feel better, I'll take you.
Oh, good. Now, while we...
I just can't believe you really feel this way. You know, Lorraine's mother's not the least bit concerned about our age
Well,
difference.
she's entitled to her opinion. It's a lovely home. I better go check and see if the water for our tea is boiling
Oh,
yet.
Dorothy, there's so many memories connected to this room. We used to have our big family reunions in here. Generations of Hollingsworth would gather around Big Daddy with his bourbon and branch, and while he sat there in front of a roaring fire, regaling everybody with stories of the old...
I know, because I've met him. You just thank your lucky stars Rose Nyland is not one of those women.
I never looked at it that way.
Besides, after you get to know Rose, why, you... Oh, why spoil the surprise?
I'm going over there to kill her. I'll be back in time for Wheel of Fortune. Open up, you tramp. I know you're in there. Who is it? You can run, but you can't hide. Run, I can barely...
Other living things.
Oh, Rose, I don't think a guy who drives around with a fiberglass termite on the roof of his van ponders many deep questions.
Blanche, what's the matter? Oh, girls, I'm just in ecstasy. My body is tingling all over. You will never guess what just happened.
We know what happened. Let us guess what part...
How would you like your rear end kicked across the street?
Oh, great. Here's the other $4.
Girls, there is a busload of Greek sailors out front. They want to know how many drachma there are in $8.
Another scene like you did at the funeral.
Scene? What scene? It's not my fault the clutch tripped over my foot and nearly fell into an open grave.
You didn't have to yell, "Start shoveling, boys," as he tried to get up. Sophia?
Dorothy, do you hear a dog howling?
That's when Shady Pines burned down and you came here to live with us.
Oh, yeah. I'm not wearing underpants.
Mrs. Petrillo, were you acquainted with the late Maria Hartgrove?
She died. Good riddance. God rest her soul.
We have a deathbed confession from her stating that the two of you...
Darling, I do feel something for you. I think maybe I always have.
I knew it.
But I don't believe it's love. Not the way you mean it. The only thing we've talked about tonight and ever since I got here is George. Now, I love...
Come in.
Oh, Rose. Rose, hon.
I just can't believe we're on our way to St. Olaf. Oh, I'm so excited. You girls are going to love it. But I guess
The girls park company and head for America, never to see one another again. Rose, one of those girls was me. The other one you probably know as Mama Celeste.
I cut off their right arm to sleep with me.
I agree with Dorothy. I don't think you'd even still be dating Fidel if another woman wasn't interested in him.
Girls, look, I know it seems strange, but I happen to have strong feelings for Fidel. I can't explain it. Some things in life defy explanation.
Yeah, bipartisan. Of course, I'm not the type to kiss and catharterize.
I tell you, I am still stunned. I mean, I just can't get over that Stan is gone forever. I'm finally free.
Really?
Oh, and I feel great. As a matter of fact...
Happy lives without men.
Oh, who?
Well, Inga Lundqvist.
Who was she, some Swedish lesbian?
She was a neighbor of ours.
Not by chance the one who shredded her husband with some farm machinery.
Yes! And she never remarried, and she led a very happy rest of...
What's wrong? The week's receipts. I lost them on a horse.
You what?
I got a tip. It was supposed to be a sure thing. I don't believe it. That means we're out of business. We're through. So's my marriage. When Sophia finds out about it, she'll put me out on the street. Max, I'm sorry.
Coffee will be ready in a minute.
Hey, what are you two doing up?
Waiting for you.
We thought you might want to talk.
All the food's already on the table, Dorothy. We didn't want to waste precious time.
Thank you. So, what do you want to talk about? All right, I have not... You are not going anywhere. Dr. Clayton is coming.
Dr. Silvano was my doctor.
Dr. Silvano is dead.
Trust me, I'm in better shape than he is. Goodbye.
Ma, you have to have an examination. Now, your blood pressure is up. You're tired. You have absolutely no color.
I'm an old white woman. I'm not supposed to have color. Hey. Move it along, would you, Itzhak? We're trying to have a conversation here.
May I get you something from the bar?
Yes, bring me a bottle of scotch.
We still have to get through.
Honey, it has coming to it?
And I'll bet you do a fine job of it.
Thank you. However, I have no personal stake in this whatsoever. Now, is that understood?
Oh, yes.
You bet, my man.
Then cut the crap, paisan.
I remember when I was a little girl when we'd get depressed. Grandma could always cheer us up. She'd take out her dentures and she'd take a healthy swig from the aquarium. And then she'd put a flashlight under her chin and we could watch the goldfish swim from chin.
Still line up for you.
Really?
Your dance card is going to be full for the rest of your life, and you know it.
I don't know whether you meant that or not, Dorothy, but...
How's it going?
Ma, what are you doing here?
I was feeling a little better and I wanted to get some fresh air. How's business?
We've only had 2 customers all day.
I think it's because it's such a nice hot day they're all in the water.
That's your problem? You can't get the people out of the water? Amateurs. Let me show you how you run a pizza...
Dorothy, what the hell are you doing with my brother?
Calm down, Stanley. It's just a routine search.
I can't believe that you're so desperate that you'd stoop to this.
You can't talk to me that... Ma.
Is it morning already?
No. I just wanted to ask you a question.
What?
How would you react if you were told that one of your kids was gay?
Your brother Phil is gay? I knew it. When he was a kid, we couldn't keep him away from those gladiator movies.
Who did Ma always leave in charge?
Me?
Right. And do you know why?
No, because Phil played with matches.
No. Because Ma trusted you with responsibility. In her eyes, I could never be as good as you. Ma looked at you and saw a wonderful future.
Making up with him.
And I can do the carpools for school because my hours are
And I can help him with his homework because I'm a teacher.
And then we can send him to the University of Minnesota.
Minnesota. Are you crazy, Rose? This kid is going to Harvard.
Oh, Dorothy, those Ivy League schools are so...
Well, we certainly enjoyed having you.
Yeah, right.
Welcome to the neighborhood.
Bye. Good night already.
Oh, I cannot believe you rushing them out of the house like that.
Rushing? They were here forever. 2 hours to eat pasta and a lousy salad. You're
Freed sick.
Well, I'm sorry, girls, but I thought I'd get home before you all left for the hospital. And I would have, too, if I hadn't seen this stunning dress in a department store window and realized instantly how it would accentuate the soft, voluptuous curves of my gorgeous body.
Gorgeous body. Yesterday it was a bag of russet potatoes with earrings.
Blanche, I just heard on the radio 2 killers escaped from a Georgia State Penitentiary. So, they could be headed here.
Honey, they escaped in Georgia. Why on earth would they come to Miami?
For the same reason we did.
Eligible men?
I had a chill.
I have another question. Are you wearing a saber under your coat?
Yeah, I think it is. I'll see you later.
Ma, take off the coat. Ma, did you forget to take your blood pressure medicine again?
I'd be happy to. It's quite good. It's an interesting primitive. In fact, it makes me think of Grandma Moses.
She must have been pretty strong to do the work of a Clydesdale.
You really can't blame her, Donald. She doesn't have to write down the number. Sorry.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Grandma, is this the one you said you liked?
Oh, yes, isn't that just...
It was still a pretty crazy thing to do, but at least it's nice to know you did it because you cared about me.
Okay, let's get back to our dates. I want Howard to get me tipsy and take advantage of me.
Blanche. Howard's my date.
Oops.
Busy with work, not answering the phone. You'll reach him. You always do.
Dorothy's right, you're worrying for nothing. I remember back in St. Olaf.
Hold it right there, Will Rogers. None of us is in the mood to hear one of those St. Olaf stories.
Well, then here's one against your will. But to show you I'm a good sport, I'll get right to the part that'll make Blanche feel better.
I hurt my knee dancing in my room. Excuse me, but do I know you? You look awfully familiar.
I get that a lot. People say I look like Wilma Flintstone. Not when she was on the air, more the way she looks today.
No. I can see that too. But you remind me of...
Thank you. Okay, let's just fill out these forms. Your name?
Brother Martin.
Occupation?
I'm a monk.
Oh, good. I almost wrote down Trekkie. What brings you to the hospital, Brother Martin?
Well, I don't enjoy talking about it, but...
I understand what you're talking about. I feel the same way when I hear the words, and filling in for Doc, Tommy Newsom.
Oh, this is terrific, terrific. Blanche took a positive step, and positive things are happening in her life. Maybe it'll work for me. You know what? I'm going to try to get...
To be complete, each person has to accept the other for what he is. I don't think that can ever happen between us.
Jonathan, you're wrong. I can accept you. I've had time to think this thing through, and I can honestly say it doesn't bother me that you're small.
Ignorance drives a man to the absolute limit of his self-control.
You're kidding. Buzz is here too?
Sorry, girls. This one's mine.
The reason why I would lie to you?
You're embarrassed because you seduced him. You're scared, and you're guilty because you ruined his campaign.
3 good reasons.
Oh, shut up, Rose.
Hello. Yes, this is Blanche.
Of defeat.
I don't know why you play cards with your mother. It just makes you crazy.
You're absolutely right, Blanche. This has gone on far too long. Mom, I am not playing gin with you anymore.
You'll be back. You know why? You're too competitive. It's always been your worst feature. Actually, your ears.
Discoloration of the whites of her eyes?
Try this and tell me you're not in heaven.
Sophia, I can't, really.
One bite, for God's sake.
Isn't it a little rude for him to be eating while she's having a heart attack?
She's not having a heart attack.
That's good.
Sarcasm, Rose. That's like when I say you're so lucky to be a natural blonde.
Thank you.
Just forget it, Rose. I have a late date.
You can leave early. A promise is a promise. Now look, we're all very fond of Miles. Besides, a little...
Beloved brother, Fluffy.
You're gonna have to do better than that, Rose.
Oh, give us some credit. The woman has never told a lie in her life. Nobody does it great the first time.
Look, the truth is, I can't stop tonight because I'm afraid. I don't know if I can.
On tomorrow.
It's a beautiful sentiment, Blanche.
Comes from dating a lot of traveling salesmen.
I heard a fable when I was a little girl in St. Olaf that might help. Can I tell you?
That's right, Rose. Wait till my defenses are down and take advantage of me.
Oh, he does.
Whose hair do I wash next?
Mine.
I'm first. I'm the dirtiest.
Oh, God, you are gorgeous.
Yes, I know. I am Eduardo.
Oh, Eduardo, tonight is very important to us. We want...
I haven't seen you here before.
I usually don't come to places like this.
Well, I can understand. A lot of people feel uncomfortable in a bar.
Yes, I can see that.
Mama, you have to accept me for what I am. You have to stop trying to tell me how to run my life, otherwise I'm gonna have to leave again.
No, honey. Oh, you know, you're absolutely right. I'm sorry. Oh, hey, I love you just the way you are. Everlast place.
However long that takes.
We're going to New York for the honeymoon. I just hope I don't get murdered.
Charlie and I waited 2 whole years before we got married.
I got married before...
Reason why you thought the book was about you. My God, you're right. Oh, except for that part, of course, where Vixen is terrified of losing her looks and growing old alone. I have never felt like that. Of course, me neither. That's what makes it fiction.
Who said that? You did. At the beauty parlor, don't you remember? And Agnes said you were a lot of hot air, and you said she was just jealous because she wasn't getting any? And I said, getting any what? And you said rice pudding, Rose?
I meant for me.
I called every guy I know, and they all came up with the same lame excuse.
What?
I don't want to go.
Good morning. Dorothy, do you have a date yet?
I don't want to go.
Dorothy, I'll get you a date. You can borrow one of my extras. Did you see the way those people on the elevator looked at us when you pushed 5? I'm so embarrassed.
Mama, they didn't look at us at all.
Oh,
You don't want the doctor to operate?
no.
Then it's settled. We'll do it here. Blanche, go boil some water and get me a pillow. Rose, sharpen my Ginsu knife. Dorothy, pick out a shoe you'd like to bite on.
You're not serious.
No, I'm just acting as stupid.
Hi, Dorothy.
Oh, Blanche, I am so glad you came back. Listen, I have to talk to you.
Well, honey, I have to talk to you, too, and it's about the money.
That's exactly what I wanted to...
So be Sophia, forget it. I tell you, we can't do that.
Why not?
Because stapling a $20 bill to the petition is illegal. It's bribery, and don't tell us that's how you got things done in Sicily.
That's not how we got things done in Sicily. Bribing
Leave her alone. I'm sure she feels bad enough.
Thank you, Rose. Oh, honey, do we have any orange juice?
Sure. Would you like me to pour you a glass, or have Sophia come in and bring you the refrigerator?
Enough.
Pussycat, I moved that safe to the attic like you asked me to.
I just wonder what she wants, the conniving little witch. You're welcome, Maurice.
Let's make a toast.
With water?
Well, I can't drink.
You never could. Run Jack Daniels and you'd disappear with half a fraternity house.
Sleep on a hard wooden bench. I don't think I have ever been this depressed in my entire life. Ever since I was a little girl, when I first heard my parents whispering about the St. Olaf slasher. Slasher? Yes! Oh, he terrorized St. Olaf for months. In the dark of night, he'd sneak into an unsuspecting farmer's field and mercilessly slash his scarecrow to shreds.
Bella's. When I went to trade it in, they only offered me half the Blue Book price. I need the whole amount to put down on my new car, so that's why I tried to sell it to you. But I can't go through with it. I cannot sell you that car.
You can't sell it to anyone. Somebody stole it.
What? Somebody stole it? Very nice, Rose. When I had a severe attack of writer's block. My head was devoid of all ideas and thoughts.
That happens to me a lot.
Do you write?
No. Why do you ask?
She's upset because Jimmy Swaggart can't cover his motel bill.
Of course I'm upset about Al. I don't know what to do.
Well, I know what I'd say if a man asked me to sail around the world.
Please, you can't get anybody to ask you out for a cup of coffee.
It's beautiful. I never saw a more perfect piece of fruit.
No? Then try kissing my behind. It's a real peach.
Sophia.
You think we'll stay like this always?
I think eventually we'll have to go to the bathroom.
And you'll love me always?
Always.
Because I won't always look like this, you know.
Honey, you don't look like you did 10 years ago, but that hasn't...
Maybe I ought to go to New York with you. New York is a writer's city. I could hang out at the Algonquin, talk to my colleagues, get the juices going.
Honey, I'm going just for 2 days to see a doctor. I've asked Rose to go with me.
Try to adapt to it. Rest when you need to, eat well, eliminate stress if you can. Right now there is no cure and no one thing that relieves symptoms in everyone. Right now I'm afraid you'll just have to live with it.
Oh, why didn't they tell me, all those doctors I saw?
I'm sure some of them weren't familiar with it. And the ones who have heard about it sometimes have...
They said they could stop it if they could sacrifice the town's dumbest virgin. I don't know why I raised my hand. It must have just been the excitement of the moment. But they said the only...
No, 6 traveling companions. Tour of European cathedrals, no prudes.
That's my pal. What a day. Look at this. Toothbrush.
Oh, boy.
Oh, God.
I'm married.
What?
It's not a good marriage, Dorothy. It was over years ago.
I can't believe...
Lasagna or cannelloni?
Oh, Ma makes great lasagna. I can never get mine to taste as good. She says it's because I don't sing to my marinara sauce. That's her secret. She sings opera to her sauce. Except, of course, during the holiday season when she sings Nat King Cole.
Which room's available?
Number 506. The room is 50 and the young lady's 100. And make it quick. I'm not running a hotel here.
Oh, Michael gave me that. Let's go. I can't believe it. A grandchild.
Little Roger.
Roger? What do you want him to be, a choreographer? It's Lamar.
Months. Well, nobody could believe their eyes. Olga Fetchik had turned into a stunning beauty. Every man in town wanted her, and she ended up marrying St. Olaf's most handsome and eligible bachelor, dance instructor Adolf Stepp. The two of them moved back to Norway.
Has 2 double rooms.
I'm afraid we're all booked up. First you give away our rooms, and now you're telling us you're booked up?
That's correct, madam.
It is? Hey, I'm pretty sharp for 3 in the morning.
Here, let me handle this. Nancy, honey. Now, I don't generally like to throw my name around, but you really leave me no.
But to the rest of the world, it was better known as the Yalta Conference. You expect me to buy that? Look, the only reason I came over here was so you wouldn't cause a scene at the chow wagon when I fired you. Fired us? You heard me. In no store you can...
Oh, for heaven's sake, go on.
No, Dave, I better do this by myself. You might
come true if you just believe. All you have to do is believe.
Oh, I do believe. I do believe in sluts. Ma, what's wrong?
Leap year? Full moon? Oh my God, the curse.
Shrink, that chicks really eat that stuff up. Anyway, Catherine and I fell in love, and on the spur of the moment, we decided to get married. The wedding is a week from tonight, and you're all invited. I talked to the kids. They said they're going to try and fly in. Well, I gotta go now. I'm on my way to surprise Catherine with this.
You're starting to get on my nerves.
Good, because you're already on mine. I don't like the way you're treating Blanche. Under all that makeup and sexy talk, there's a little girl there, and for some reason or other, she's letting you take advantage of her. I can't stop her from seeing you, but I'll be damned if I'm going to hurry her up.
Who do you think you are?
A friend.
This is none of your business. Just butt out.
This is our slumber chamber, and, here's my card. How may I be of service to you?
Well, Mr. Pfeiffer...
It's Pfeiffer. The P is not silent.
Mr. Pfeiffer...